What's going on YouTube? Back with another video for you guys. Back at it, trying to stay busy as much as I can. Today we are up in Washington State, actually in my hometown that I live in. Marysville, Washington is where I start. Marysville, Everett area is where I stay at up here in Washington. We're at a little mom and pop truck stop. That's probably the best shot. Mom and pop truck stop here that I always park at when I come home. Usually a pretty easy place to park. You know, there's always parking because you have to pay to park here. A lot of people are refusing to pay. But at the same token, it can fill up pretty quick because there's really no other truck stops around here unless you go back about 45 minutes up the road. But we are hauling insulation foam. We've been really busy the past couple weeks. I haven't got to film much, but we are hauling insulation foam up here. We're delivering to a job site in a town called Edmonds, Washington. Tomorrow morning. Today is Sunday, the 28th, I believe is what today is. The day this video posts up is the exact same day, so Sunday. So tomorrow morning we drop that load. Pretty easy load, 7,000 pounds. Doesn't really weigh much, really light. Paid pretty good, and then so I took that load and then got some stuff done to the truck. A guy that I deal with who's done all the decals for my truck, called him up, wanted to get some more stuff done, so he got that done today. So I'll show you that, and I'll show you the load. As you can see, some of it's behind me here. So let's check it out. So this is the load. Took up the whole deck, no tarp. Like I said, really light, 7,000 pounds. The two front stacks right here are facing parallel or diagonal of the truck, or side by side, I guess you could say. The rest of them are long ways until you get right about here. This stack is long sideways, and then go back to long ways again. I wanted them to put this stack in the back to have there for an X strap, but they didn't want to load it that way. So with this kind of stuff, because it's a tall load and I don't want the strap to damage the product, I put what we call a half twist in it. So as you can see, it's flat down here, it's got a half twist and back up again. What that does is when wind hits this, it will not let the strap do that you hear on some trailers that are going by. Excuse the sound effect, but you know what I'm saying. They'll flap, and because this is insulation, and there's two reasons. One, the straps are known for coming loose, and two, it will damage the product because it's smacking against the product. So that is it holds two purposes. And then I put edge protectors on each strap. They require you to put edge protectors. I only carry this style edge protector. I don't carry anything smaller than that. A lot of places like to use that kind of stuff. Excuse the sun here. It's later in the afternoon. It's been a really busy weekend. And then so I've got like this one right here. I got a single strap on, and the one in the front got a single strap, and doubles on the rest of them because they're so long. And then of course, because this is a light load, and I do this with every load, I have one strap. Like, I'll get closer here. Like for each stack, what I did was I'll have one strap, as you can see the winch over here, one strap pulling this way, and that strap, you see the hook is over here, is pulling that way to the passenger side, and that keeps everything keeps it from going from one side. If everything's pulling to one side, the product can go to that side of the trailer. It will link, everything's pulling to that one side, so it kind of prevents that. And then if I step back here, let me take a step back for you guys a little bit more so you can see. I've got a single X strap here, it goes up. I was going to put two, but I just put the one. I put one to hold it. In my opinion, it doesn't really need it, but it was something they require, so I just put through one up here to hold these three, and then this one hasn't moved a bit. It might look like it has moved, but it's been sitting like that since they loaded it and never moved. So I brought that, and I've got a single one in front of the trailer also. But you can usually put X, or the X, when they say X strap, that's what it means. You have one going like this, another one going up and over that way. But I just put the one, and it's been riding just fine. And same thing over here. You know, I had to use a 2-inch strap here in the back. I don't have any more 4-inch ratchets, and there's no, as you can see, I can't put it. There's no winch down here. And for the X strap, what I do is I run underneath the product like this, underneath it and back over here. So you're coming up from the bottom like so, up, and I put edge protector here to prevent from damaging the product. This for me, it's really soft stuff. And up that way, up and over and down. Pretty simple. And then here, I use my 4-inch ratchet. It's not, these straps ain't that tight because, like I said, since it's soft stuff, you can't really crank down too hard or you'll damage it. But it's tight enough where it won't move. But like here, I don't like put my strap like this, but I really didn't have a choice, and they wanted me to stay close to these blocks, so that way I don't bow the product at all. So I had to kind of go out that, but been riding really well, no issues, no problems. I'm sorry about this APU. And these, I've got people ask me a lot what these are called. These are what I call them are pocket winches. Some people might call them different else, but I call them pocket winches because they go into your state pocket. These are your state pockets. This little pocket here. You can buy these at the truck stop for like I think it was $60, I think, for one of these. they're great to have, especially like, you know, if this is a flatbed trailer, if you need to put a strap right above above this tire, you don't want a winch here because, you know, you can hit the tire. So you put a pocket winch, because then now the winch is up top and it's not going to damage your tire. And I use them a lot when I'm above my drive tire so not to damage it. So I've got one there. I've got a total of 4 of these. I'm going to buy some more. I just got 4 for the total. This is my original one. I used to have, this is the only one I had, and I bought 3 more when I bought this truck. That's my other 2-inch strap from my other X strap on the front, my other pocket winch. I'm trying to get too close to APU because then you won't be able to hear me. But that's pretty much the load. Really easy, really light. It's been doing really good. I've been riding really well. Can't really complain. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video because something did happen earlier in the week. One of the main reasons I haven't been making videos. I was involved in an accident. It wasn't my fault. I wasn't at fault. Police were called. Insurance was not involved. It was something we handled out, you know, just basically just out of pocket, paid for the damages. It was something that they damaged on my truck. I didn't do the damage to them. So before I show you the decals of the truck, I'll tell you what happened. So if I can, I'll try to put pictures of the metal that caused the issue if I can. I'm still learning this whole editing process here. But we were in here in Washington on a previous load, on my way to pick up a load, and back here, I don't know if you can see it without me having to climb up or anything. I just took a shower, so I'm not trying to get too dirty. My wife would kill me if I could drag dirt into the truck again. But this line right there is a brand new line. And what happened was, let me see if I can flip my camera here around. I don't think I can. No, I can't. I'll just hold it like this. So, what happened was, we're going up Interstate 5, I-5 here in Washington State, and just kind of cruising along. I was in the left lane, passing some vehicles, and there was a large piece of metal on the left-hand side of the road off the shoulder. I stayed to what they call the zipper, the spaced out line. It looks like a zipper in the middle. We call it a zipper. I stayed tight to that. I was going to be very clear from it. I wasn't going to hit it. And then the vehicle in front of me passed the metal, and the metal wasn't very heavy. It was more like aluminum, really. And the wind from that vehicle, it was a larger pickup, made the metal actually just come flying into the middle of the lane. Well, I was within a safe falling distance of the vehicle in front of me, but I was empty. But when the metal came into my lane, I couldn't just go to the right lane because there was cars to my right. So I had no choice but to hit it. It wasn't safe for me to lock my brakes up because I would have got rear-ended. So I just had to hit it. Well, when I hit it, I'll show you the damage to the front. It damaged my deer guard, and it unplugged a bunch of sensors underneath my truck. But the biggest damage of all was it hit that airline I just showed. When that happened, all the axles, I lost all air of the trailer. So all the trailer tires locked up. The brakes locked up. It was just like if I set the parking brake for the trailer. Well, when you're running 70 miles an hour, there's really not much you can do. So the trailer locked up, I was empty. So I was dragging dead weight. The trailer wheels was not turning because they were locked up. Thankfully, everyone in the right lane was courteous enough to slow down. There was a highway patrol in the right lane also, and he jumped in front of everybody, turned his blue and lights on, stopped everybody, and let me. I had to drag the trailer about 100 yards to the right shoulder. Got stopped, got out. The officer checked on me, make sure everything was okay. We got the metal out of the highway. Thankfully, the metal didn't hit no car. Called the people that taking care of the trailer, because the trailer isn't mine, it's a trailer that I lease. They sent someone out, and in the process of waiting for them, as they were pulling up, as the mechanic was pulling up to fix the trailer, an oversized load came. I won't say the name of the company. Came, and he tried to get in the left lane to avoid me. I was as far off to the road as I could. There was nowhere for me to go, but an RV cut him off, so he couldn't get over to the left lane. So he tried to get over as much as he could, as safely as he could. He somewhat missed my truck until the end of his load came. When the end of the load came, he knocked off my mirror. Hit it pretty hard where the whole truck bounced really hard. Thankfully, me and my wife were in the truck. We weren't outside the truck. It was a Love's truck stop who came and helped fix the trailer. Thankfully, you know, he hadn't got out of his truck yet, so he was fine. And the oversized got to a safe spot on the road. His escort came back, checked on us, make sure we were okay. We said we were, and we started communicating back and forth. We decided that we really didn't want to involve our insurance for something just a mirror. So he wrote me a check for what we thought was a fair price to get the mirrors fixed. I called the Peterbilt right away, found the price for the mirror. They had it in stock. Got the trailer fixed. Made it to my shipper, which they wouldn't load me till the next day because I was late. Got to the shipper. Thankfully they had a large parking lot I could park in. I dropped the trailer, bobtailed to Peterbilt. Now, here's the problem. As some of you may know, when you try to drag a tire without rolling, you're just going to skid the trailer or the tire. Well, that's exactly what I did. I had no choice, so I had to drag the trailer. I couldn't just stay in the middle of the highway. I was in the far left lane, which is a 2-lane highway, so I could. It's a 4-lane highway, 2 on each side of the barrier, so I could stay. I was legally able to be in the left lane. And I flat spotted all 8 tires. So they had to send someone out to replace all 8 tires on the trailer. And anybody who follows me on Facebook knows that we've been having nothing but problems with the trailer tires on this trailer because the trailer has an alignment issue. We're in the process of getting that fixed. The leasing company were having to show, they wanted, I'm not paying for the tires, so it's, it is what it is, but that's what they wanted to show that it's something I was doing before they decided to fix the alignment issue. So they had to replace all 8 tires. I was able to get the mirror fixed. I replaced the mirror myself, and everything was all fine and dandy. So that pretty much messed up my whole week. I was very upset for a while. I mean, I know it didn't do any other cosmetic damage to my truck, but it was just everything that happened that day just really just upset me. So I just wasn't in the mood to do anything. So that's why I didn't make a video. I was going to do a video the day of to show how to replace the mirror, but I just was too upset. Just was aggravated, and I just didn't want to come off to be an ass on the video, so I just didn't make one. But I'll show you the mirror that was damaged and how I replaced it, and then we'll go from there and show you the decals that I got done on the truck. So let's go check it out. So like I said, I was pretty lucky. Thankfully, right before the oversized came, I knew I was too close to the white line, so I tried to move. I drug the trailer for under about 5-10 feet and tried to move over to the right a little bit more. And I was just, if you see this line here, get my finger, if you see this line here, I was farther away from the line than I am right now if this was the line on the side of the road. So I mean, I was still good, but he was just such a large load that he would have nowhere to go. But this is the mirror Thankfully, this folded back. That didn't get damaged. This piece, the chrome piece, popped off. Thankfully, that wasn't damaged. I would have popped that back on. He did break my deer whistle off for deers at night. But this is the mirror that he broke. This one. It's 2 zipper mirrors. Basically, what you do, without me having to do it again, you push this mirror in, so it's, you know, you kind of push it in right here, so it's down, like, you know, down this, you know, and you push this one down here, and you just push it up, and it unsnaps and comes right out. And then there's 2 wires you unplug for the mirror heater and plug it out. This was the damage to my deer guard when I hit the piece of metal. Let's see if I can show you here. Right here, you can see all that. That was from the metal under here. Might not look that bad, but it dug in pretty deep. And that's when I hit it and went underneath my truck and unplugged a bunch of sensors, things of that nature. Thankfully, it didn't do any more damage. It didn't do no damage to my truck. But that's done and over with. You know, it's the past. The past. It is what it is. Thankfully, we're safe. We're okay. Everyone else is okay. But this is the decal I got put on. This is my oldest daughter's name, my youngest daughter, my grandson, and my granddaughter. And then, for some of you who may or may not know, I'll go on the other side so you can hear me over the APU. Get back over here. Now on this side, I know that one is missing. It was so hot today that the decal didn't work out right, so he's making another one. He's gonna bring it out this evening when it's cooled down a little bit. But we do have a Facebook and an Instagram for the truck. So my Facebook is Seahawks Rig at Facebook. Our Instagram is Seahawks_Rig. We try to get the same name on both sides, on both platforms, but on Instagram it was already taken, so we had to put the underscore on there. But that's about it. I mean, everything else besides the accident that we had earlier in the week, everything's been going okay. Really can't complain. Like I said, I'm just glad that we're all safe. Everything was all right. My wife didn't get hurt. I didn't get hurt. No one else got hurt. The Lowe's mechanic didn't get hurt. The oversized driver and his escort didn't get hurt. So that was the most important thing. No one got hurt when the metal come flying out the back of my trailer after I hit it. Everything was good there. We found out later that a vehicle guy doing AC work, the metal came out of the back of his truck, and he had stopped about 2 exits up and was trying to walk back to get the metal when I hit it. So he was ticketed for not securement of his load. They asked if I wanted to press any kind of charges since he damaged my truck, and I said no, it's no big deal. You know, I didn't have to pay for the repairs of the trailer, and the repair on the truck was already paid for by the oversized guy since he's the one who hit me. They asked the oversized guy also if he'd like to press charges since, you know, basically that guy in the screener's load caused me to be there, which caused him to hit me, and he said no. So we just let it be at that. But other than that, we're just enjoying the weekend here. Like I said, we deliver in the mornings. We're going to be getting up at about 5 in the morning. We deliver at 6:30. It's about a 40-minute drive. I went about 40 minutes farther past the receiver to stay at this truck stop so I can see family while I'm here and get my decals put on. My wife and I went to a nice restaurant, my favorite spot here in town. It's a Cajun crawfish spot. Shout out to them if you're ever in this area. It's in South Everett, right off of Broadway, next to the mall. It's called Cajun Crawfish. You need to check them out. The guy who does my decals, I believe it's Nate's Customs. I believe is how you pronounce it. I believe exactly how it is. I believe it's Nate's Customs. If you see me on my Facebook, you'll be able to see we linked him in my we put pictures of him putting the decals on, and we tagged him in it so you can see his work. He does great work. He's awesome work. If you ever need any decals, hit him up. He's fairly priced. He's not. He just does really good work. He does all the race cars around our surrounding area. He's just a really good dude. Local guy, just trying to do his own thing, and he's done great at it. And he's going to be the only one that touches my truck. He's the only one who's touched my truck so far, put the decals on. So yeah, that's it. Like I said, thank you again. You know, like I always say, thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you like the video. If you dislike it, I understand that also. If you just dislike it, give me a heads up. You know, what would you like me to change? If there's anything you need to answer, let me know. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like. And like always, if you have any suggestions, if you'd like something to talk about or bring up, let me know. And thank you always for watching. And hopefully you'll see my old rig on the highway sometime. And if you do, always give us a follow or a like on Facebook. And if you see me on the highway, give me a wave. You know, I'm always around, always driving, I'm always rolling. I always got a CB, so holler at me if you see me. And thanks again for watching, guys, and y'all have a safe one. See you later. Bye.